Hello students, today's topic is please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends. Come on, let's learn about it. If you need to review the simple past, click up there for a video by Sarah where she teaches all about the simple past. We also have a free ebook that you can get by clicking the link in the description. Click the link and you can get a free English learning ebook. These two tenses can be confusing for English learners. First, let's have a look at our past irregular verbs. As you can see, on the left side, we have the present verbs, then the simple past verbs, and the past participle, which we can use for present perfect tense. We use simple past verbs to make sentences about finished actions that happened in the past. For example, I saw my friend yesterday. My friend came to my house. Her mom didn't come with her. We use have and has plus the past participle verb to make sentences in the present perfect tense. For example, I have been to Japan. He has not met Sarah. I have lived in Korea for 10 years. Now, we can use the simple past and the present perfect tense to talk about the past with no specified time. So if we don't talk about a time in the past, we can use either one to talk about the past. Let's look at some examples. Did you go to India? I went to India. Have you been to India? I have been to India. We cannot use the present perfect to talk about a specified time. For example, I went to America in 2007. This sentence is correct, and it is simple past tense. Let's look at a question. Did you go to America in 2007? Again, simple past tense and correct. Now, let's look at a few more sentences. I have been to America in 2007. That is not correct. But you can say, I have been to America, because you don't mention the time. That is present perfect, so we can't mention the time. I have been to America. At some time in the past, I have been to America. Have you been to China in 2007? That is incorrect. Have you been to China? This means at any time in the past, have you been to China? If you need to use a specific time in the past, you should use the simple past tense, not the present perfect. Example, I met him last year. When did you meet him? I met him last year. We can use the present perfect tense to talk about life experiences or recent experiences. Here are some examples of sentences and questions that are talking about life experiences. I have been to America. I have been to America before. She has tried sushi. Have you been to America? Have you been to America before? Here are some examples of sentences and questions that are about recent experiences. She called us 4 days ago. When did she call you? She called us 4 days ago. We got together last night. We got together last night. When did you get together? We got together last night. We use the present perfect to talk about past experiences. Time is not important for present perfect. I have tried pizza. Have you tried pizza? I have tried pizza. At some time in the past, I have tried pizza. The time doesn't matter. When doesn't matter. She has visited many countries. Has she visited many countries? She has visited many countries. They have been here before. Have they been here before? They have been here before. Remember, we cannot use a specific time with the present perfect tense, but we can tell how many times. For example, how many times have you been to Brazil? I have been to Brazil 3 times. How many times has she been surfing? She has been surfing many times. We have gone camping twice. We can also tell the number of times with simple past tense sentences. We usually do this when we are telling the number of times and a specific time. So, for example, I visited New Zealand 2 times in 2015. So we say how many times and the specific time. 2 times in 2015. Let's try another example. She called 3 times while you were in the shower. How many times? 3. When is the specific time? When you were in the shower. We went to that restaurant 4 times last week. How many times? 4 times. When is the specific time? Last week. So that's how we can tell the number of times using the simple past tense. We can use the present perfect tense to talk about life experiences or recent experiences. Here are some examples of sentences and questions that are talking about life experiences. Have you traveled recently? Have you seen any good movies recently? I have been to Korea recently. She hasn't been here lately. We can use words like recently and lately to show we're talking about recent experiences. We also use the present perfect tense to talk about things and actions that started in the past and continue to the present. The actions are still happening. Now, this is very different from simple past tense because the simple past tense only talks about things that have already finished in the past. We use for plus total time and since plus starting time with these sentences to show how long the action continued. Here are some examples. I have lived in Korea for 10 years. For 10 years total. I still live in Korea. She has played the piano since 2005. She started playing the piano in 2005. She still plays the piano now. So in that sentence, she started playing piano in the past and it continues till now. She's still playing piano. We have known each other since high school. We met in high school and we still know each other. I have studied English for a long time. We can use the present perfect tense in 2 ways. To talk about experiences or to talk about things that started in the past but are still continuing now. The easiest and best way to tell the difference is to look for the words for and since. Okay, let's have a look at the difference between these sentences. I have lived in Korea. This is a life experience. This sentence is talking about a life experience. It means I have experience living in Korea, but I don't live in Korea anymore. So now I don't live in Korea. This sentence is the same as saying I lived in Korea. So I have lived in Korea and I lived in Korea have the same meaning. But let's look at these perfect present sentences. I have lived in Korea for 10 years. That is an unfinished action. I have lived in Korea since 2007. Also an unfinished action. The words for and since tell us that it's an unfinished action. That means that I still live in Korea now. Okay, good job so far. Let's review. The simple past tense and the present perfect tense can both be used to talk about things that happened in the past. The difference is that we can use a specific time with the simple past tense, but we cannot use a specific time with the present perfect tense. If there is no specific time, then we can use either one. They have the same basic meaning. For example, I went there, I have been there. Those two sentences mean the same thing. We can also use the present perfect tense to talk about unfinished actions, actions that started in the past and continue into the present. We use the words for and since with these sentences. I have lived here for many years. I have known her since high school. Remember, if you want to use the simple past tense, which means an action completed at a specific point in the past, a time element is often included. Words like yesterday, a year ago, last week, last weekend. If you need to review the simple past tense, click up there to watch a video all about the simple past tense. Also remember, if you want a free English learning ebook, click the link in the description. It says free ebook. Please subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends. Also, why don't you try watching some of our other videos? We'll see you in the next video.